here's your weather on the 9s.
7:39 this morning. Meteorologist Keith Marler here, live looking at White Bear Lake as our powerful rain and storms come rolling on by. The West Metro, from our morning storms alone, has picked up over an inch of rain so far. The East Metro, you're catching up as those gusty winds just come plowing on through now that we moved to the 6 o'clock hour. The rain started to tease us in the 6 o'clock hour. The 7 o'clock hour is when the biggest of winds have come rolling on by. Now that's moving on into Wisconsin. That leading edge has winds gusting to 50, almost 60 miles per hour. There are a couple of reports close to 60 miles per hour rolling through parts of the Twin Cities, but most of the gusty winds of 60-plussers have been west of the Twin Cities a little earlier this morning. 70 degrees in the metro, 73 in Faribault, 69 in Hutchinson, 70 in St. Cloud. Widespread 50s up north, and that's where your drier dew points are. That's where everything's relatively benign. Even a dew point of 48 up in Ely, a little crisp up in Ely in particular, but very, very swampy. Upper 60s and lower 70s across the southern half of the state, and that's where we will remain humid and unsettled for the better part of the weekend. The severe thunderstorm watch is in effect through 9 a.m. Embedded within that, no current warnings other than our flash flood warning out across parts of Lac-Pearl County and across Highway 212 there from Montevideo out through Dawson through 1045 this morning. That's been in place since 3:45 this morning for up to 3 inches of rain that fell out in far western Minnesota in the onslaught of that back in the early morning hours. All that energy rolling on by again, that leading edge. Watch it one more time as it came rolling on by, that little bow there. That's the boof. Those are those winds gusting now moving deeper into Wisconsin as we speak. That leading edge of rain is not the initial edge of the gustiest winds. They're about 20 miles in from that leading edge of rain with that thunder and lightning as a whole. All that energy continues to propagate out. Now we're just kind of in just generic rains, and again, that's when we start to soak things out a little bit. Again, heavy rain still in the East Metro, more generic rains overall, but as I said, parts of West Hennepin County out toward Rockford, out toward Delano are in the 1.5 to nearly 2 inch department from this morning's rains alone. And of course, some of us picked up a ½ inch to an 1.5 inches of rain from little pocket storms yesterday. Yesterday's storms were splotchy, a little bit more widespread this morning. Overall, most of us are picking that up without an issue. Now those heavy rains will slow on down. We'll see more of a hit and miss variety. This guy here coming across Highway 14 near Waseca, coming out of Mankato. This had a history of some 50-mile-per-hour wind gusts and a little bit of hail. Things are again slowing down a little bit there as well this morning. Still some pockets of some heavy rain. By mid-morning, we slow it down entirely, and then by late morning, we start to allow everything to, again, kind of dry up a little bit. As we go into the afternoon hours, we'll see a couple of popcorn storms. Here we are around 2 or 3 o'clock this afternoon. See those little cells mainly across from the Twin Cities and points south of the Interstate 94 corridor overall. This is just some stray activity. Most of us will avoid that as we head on into the afternoon hours, so we'll take a nice long break. I hesitate to say we'll dry out, but we kind of will. It'll still remain very humid and mostly cloudy for the rest of the afternoon with highs in the lower 80s today. But we're right back at the unsettled rain and rumbles tonight and into the day on Saturday, as we're not through all of this until maybe mid-morning on Monday overall. So morning rain and rumbles, then muggy with some late-day pop-ups, mainly south of town, a high of 83. Upper 60s tonight, back into the showers and storms late tonight as we stay muggy, and then off and on periods of some showers and storms on Sunday. Still humid with a high right around 80 degrees. We pull out of it on Monday, we dry out, and we've got a string of amazingly beautiful days as we head on into next week, heading right on into the fair. I'll show you on the 7-day forecast coming up in about 6 or 7 minutes. The Fox 9 Morning News continues. We are back right after the break.